Ben, and this is Channel Science. The stress of an assignment or an approaching exam period can turn even the most diligent of students to desperate means. One of these potential alternatives is the use and abuse of so-called study drugs. Abuse of this prescription medication is becoming increasingly prevalent in universities around the world, including Australia. These are drugs that are typically prescribed for the treatment of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, but have had their uses shifted to providing students with the concentration boost they need to complete an assignment or study for a test. And while it might seem that they help in these situations, they only improve attention with no actual effect on retention, giving the impression of benefits without actually helping. Their effects can quite be the opposite, actually. They can exacerbate mood disorders and anxiety, lead to insomnia and possible vomiting and nausea, and in some incredibly extreme situations, have even led to death in people with an underlying heart problem. The most common of these study drugs are Adderall and Ritalin. They're neurocognitive enhancers that may potentially benefit the unfortunate student behind on their study, but could also be putting their health at risk. We go now to an overview of the pathways that these drugs take to elicit their neurological effects, and Vienna reporting from outside the University of Technology.
Amphetamines are consumed orally, and they are well absorbed in the gut. They reach their peak plasma concentration within 4 hours, and due to their low binding to protein, they easily diffuse from the plasma to the extracellular compartment. They are then metabolized through N-deamination by CYP450. They are conjugated and then eventually excreted. They exert their effect through increasing catecholamine levels in the prefrontal cortex and cortical and subcortical regions projecting to it. They elevate dopamine levels through competitively inhibiting dopamine reuptake, facilitating the movement of dopamine out of the vesicles and into the cytoplasm, and finally, promoting DAT-mediated reverse transport of dopamine back into the synaptic cleft. These activities lead to an activation of the sympathetic nervous system, increasing the heart rate and the blood pressure.
I am here to investigate on the scene what the situation is with study drugs around campus. I will be interviewing a student about his experience, and will he repeat his past mistakes? Is it the student's fault, or is the workload too heavy? Maybe it's the peer pressure. Maybe it's the competitive nature of academic life. A standard excellence has become the norm for students who hope to achieve a successful postgraduate career. Most young people these days attend university. There is vastly more competition, and only high distinction students stand out. This promotes the allure of study drugs. All the best, high-achieving students are rumoured to be taking them. Australia is one of the leading countries in the illegal use of smart pills. 8.5% of Aussie uni students are buying these drugs, compared to 6.9% of Americans and 1.3% of Germans. Students are reportedly taking the pills with energy drinks or even snorting them. We go live to an interview with the student from UTS.
Joining us today is an undergraduate UTS student named Rafe, who admitted to us that he has taken a study drug, specifically Ritalin, in his past to aid his uni work. How did you come about this decision?
Well, I was under an incredible amount of pressure for the mounting assignment and exam I had to take, besides doing a part-time job, and it seems there was no other way. I had a friend who had access and he offered it to me, and it seems like just an easy way to fix my problem.
But was it really an easy fix?
Well, it began as a great help. It improved my concentration and memory, but I soon began to feel sick all the time, and I was never able to sleep at night. It ended up putting me further behind with my work than when I began.
Hey man, just studying for the exam coming up?
I can't start anything, man.
Yeah, I know how you feel. This was me a few days ago, but my friend, he's had ADHD for a while. He actually has some leftover Ritalin. He gave me a couple, and they've helped me so much for this. I've been able to focus on the notes so well. I've got a few left over. Do you think you'd want to try a couple?
Yeah, I think I need that now.
Thank you for joining us on Channel Science. This concludes our special on study drugs, the issue that has been of rising expression in universities across the world, especially Australia, and could pose a serious health risk to students everywhere if it is not controlled in the near future.